There are only two reasons you go quiet in a relationship that feels safe. One is habit, and the other is fear. Neither one is maturity. If that stirred something in you, stay with me. Hey, friends, I'm Sandy Bartlett, self discovery coach for women who are done confusing self control with growth. And today, I want to be very clear about what this conversation is and what it isn't. This is not about toxic relationships. It's not about abuse. And it's not about someone doing something wrong. This is about the relationships that look good on the outside and still require you to edit yourself on the inside. This is the first episode in a 5-part series I'm doing called Loving Without Shrinking. And the point of this series is simple: to name the quiet ways women disappear in relationships that feel safe and why those patterns don't dissolve just because love is present. We're not fixing anything here. We're not giving communication scripts. And we're not trying to make anyone agree with you. We're simply naming what's already happening. Here's what this actually looks like. You're in a relationship that feels safe. There's no yelling, no manipulation, no walking on eggshells. But there's this moment you're about to say something that you're thinking, something you believe, something that matters to you. And right before you speak, you run a calculation in your head. Will this start something? Do they really need to know this? Is this worth the energy it'll take to explain? So you don't say it. And you tell yourself it's not a big deal. You tell yourself you're choosing your battles. You tell yourself you're being mature. But here's what's actually happening. Every time you choose silence to preserve peace, you reinforce the idea that you are the variable that needs adjusting. Not the conversation, not the dynamic, you. And that has nothing to do with how safe the relationship is. Quick yes or no. Have you ever said, it's not worth bringing up, when what you really meant was, I just don't want to deal with what happens next? Yes or no in the comments. This shows up a lot when you're in relationship with someone who doesn't see the world the way you do. Different beliefs, different language, different ways of making meaning. So you tell yourself, they don't need to get it. I can hold this. It's easier if I just don't go. But silence doesn't disappear. It settles. It settles in your body, in your energy, in the tightness you feel but can't quite explain. And over time, you stop bringing the full version of yourself into the room. Where do you feel that contraction most right now? Is it in your throat, in your chest, in your stomach? Just put one word in the comments. Where are you feeling it? This is not about blaming your partner, and it's not about demanding agreement. You don't need someone to believe what you believe in order for you to trust yourself. But you do need to notice when you've made silence your default, because habit and fear are sneaky. They dress up as being easy, as being flexible, as being emotionally mature. Real talk here. Are you doing this right now in your relationship? Staying quiet about something spiritual, emotional, or deeply personal because the other person just wouldn't get it? Comment yes if this is you right now. Some of you are nodding right now because this is your pattern. And here's what I know. You don't need more tips. You need a space where this gets named without being fixed. That's what happens in my community, Journey to Self, the Awakening. We name these patterns without forcing change. We notice without performing recovery. The link is below if you're ready. And if you want something quieter, I do send a weekly email called Something to Sit With. No prompts, no advice, just words that leave room. That link is also below. Over the next few episodes, we're going to look at how silence becomes a pattern, what it costs your body, and what shifts when you stop needing permission to be yourself. Not all at once, not neatly, but honestly. For this week, I'm not asking you to change anything. Just catch the moment you go quiet. Notice the reason you give yourself. Notice what you're protecting. And ask yourself if it's worth protecting at the cost of you. That awareness is the doorway. And next week, we're going inside that door. See you next time.